In almost every profession, technique is what separates the good from the great. Whether you're talking about athletes, chefs, or commercial motor vehicle drivers, those with the best techniques are the ones who excel. Good technique is learned through instruction and practice, and cultivating your skills and attitude is what helps turn good techniques into good habits. Good driving techniques is a big topic, and if we tried to cover every aspect, we could easily spend hours on the subject. But in this program, we're going to concentrate on techniques that are especially critical for commercial motor vehicle drivers to master to prevent costly and sometimes tragic accidents. Turns and intersections, railroad crossings, merging and passing, and roundabouts. Whenever you approach a turn at an intersection, you need to see the big picture and plan your actions accordingly. Be on the lookout for all road users, including cyclists, pedestrians, and other vehicles. Don't assume they're going to yield the right-of-way to you just because you are the biggest vehicle on the road. When turning, include your mirrors in your visual scan. Your mirrors will help you determine if anyone is beside you or in your blind spot. Slow down early in your approach and let other drivers know you're turning by signaling well before you reach the intersection. Before turning, shift into the gear you'll use to maneuver through the turn and keep both hands on the steering wheel. If you take your hands off the wheel to shift gears during a turn, this could cause you to lose control of your truck. For right turns, pull your tractor trailer straight into the intersection before beginning the turn. This will account for off-tracking, where the rear tires of the trailer take a different path than the front tires of the tractor. If you fail to pull far enough into the intersection to account for off-tracking, it could cause you to run over the curb or hit a fixed object such as a street sign. As you're turning right, continue to scan the road ahead and to the sides and pay special attention to your right side mirrors. Doing so will help you avoid troublesome situations like when an impatient driver tries to move into the right lane before you complete your turn. When turning left, stay on the right side of your lane and pull halfway past the center of the intersection before beginning the turn. Continue to scan the road ahead and to the sides and pay special attention to your left side mirrors as you turn. Be sure to look over your left shoulder. This might help you see things before your mirrors do. And just like you do with right turns, allow room for off-tracking on left turns as well. Finally, one of the biggest causes of mishaps while turning at intersections is going too fast. Taking a turn too fast may cause you to lose control, hit another vehicle or a fixed object, or even worse, tip over. Making your turn at a slow speed not only gives you better control, it also gives you more time to react to other drivers or unexpected road conditions. Anytime a railroad crosses a highway, the potential for disaster exists. At these crossings, you need to be alert and always expect a train. When approaching a railroad crossing, slow down and look as far down the tracks as you can in both directions. If your visibility is limited for any reason, slow down enough that you could make a complete stop before reaching the tracks if you needed to. It's also a good idea to lower your windows to listen before crossing the tracks. Before reaching the tracks, shift into the gear you want to use to cross them. You should never shift gears while you're crossing. You don't want to miss a gear and stall your truck in the middle of the tracks. Because merging and passing involves operating your truck in close proximity to other drivers, these maneuvers require special attention to technique. Like any driving maneuver, planning ahead gives you a big advantage when merging or passing. Watching the traffic around you and adjusting your speed and position well ahead of time will allow you to merge smoothly and safely. Use your turn signals to let other drivers know of your intentions, and use your mirrors to see what's happening around you. Be sure to account for the entire length of your trailer when merging so you don't enter the traffic lane too soon and clip another vehicle or force them into another lane. Roundabouts are circular intersections which allow for the continuous flow of traffic where two or more roads intersect. Although roundabouts can have one lane or multiple lanes, All traffic in a roundabout flows in one direction, and entering vehicles yield to traffic already in the roundabout. By design, roundabouts require vehicles to travel at lower speeds to safely navigate through them. And while maneuvering through roundabouts can be more challenging for large tractor trailers, planning ahead can make negotiating a roundabout much easier. Before entering a roundabout, know what direction you'll be going, and if it's a multi-lane roundabout, make sure you're in the correct lane as you approach it. And you must be alert for traffic around you, especially for drivers who may be indecisive or confused. If you've driven through enough roundabouts, you may have encountered a driver or two who's mistakenly tried to join the left lane of the roundabout from the far right lane. As you enter the roundabout, keep off-tracking in mind. If you're turning right, you'll need to position your tractor to the far left of your lane. This allows room for off-tracking to the right side as the turn is completed. When traveling straight through a roundabout, start with your tractor on the left side of the lane. Then, as you move forward, drive your tractor to the far right side of your lane. As you begin to exit, stay to the right side of your lane until your rear wheels leave the roundabout. Safely operating a commercial motor vehicle is a complex and demanding job. It requires planning, constant vigilance, and the ability to adjust to changing conditions. Techniques you may take for granted in the family car become much more challenging when you're in the driver's seat of a tractor trailer. By understanding and practicing these techniques until they become deep-rooted habits, you'll be doing your part to improve safety for yourself, your company, and the motoring public.